Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Hatter. We'll be here today starting our tutorials for small farms. This will be a multi-part series that I'll be doing on a lot of starter farms. I will be doing these farms on the DadArchy SMP server so that to make sure that these farms that are built will definitely work on crossover play servers such as DadArchy where we do Bedrock and Java. Some farms are a little buggy dealing between the two. I'm building this for the Bedrock players of the server for how these things will translate over onto the new server and versus the realm that you guys are used to playing on. Today we'll be doing a sugarcane and bamboo farm. We'll get started on that. These farms are very simple, very easy to build. Great starter edition farms to have. Basically, as the bamboo or the sugarcane grows, the observer up top will see that the block placement has changed in front of it and will trigger all the pistons to break it, drop it into the water here, and then it goes down into a hopper and everything's collected right here. These farms will just sit here and make both bamboo and sugarcane for you. You can do either or, both side by side like I'm doing. It all depends on your needs. Um, all you'll need for this build are 2 hoppers, 10 pistons, 1 observer, about 10 pieces of redstone, 4 chests, 2 buckets of water, about a stack of glass, a couple stacks of any type of block you want. It doesn't matter here. The light right here is optional. You can use a torch if you don't have shroom lights. This is just a decorational option here. The stairs are needed, but any kind of stair you want to use, it doesn't matter. And of course, either your sugarcane, bamboo. Alright, so, well, I'm going to need those. Alright, to start off with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is the base starting square of what we'll be working with. Alright. Now we have our basic outline here. 4. Yep, 5. We bring that to the front wall here. Now these blocks, as you can see here, will go 4 high. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So, now we'll need to dig out this row and an L like that on both sides. Alrighty. Now right here we will have to go down one more. This is going to be our collection system for our farm. Alright. Now as far as your inner mechanics on this one, I actually put the back end in glass so you can actually see how this works. Very straightforward. Basically as the observer triggers, the redstone dust goes by and it powers the blocks that are right there beside it. And that block, no, it powers the blocks that it's setting on, excuse me, my bad. It powers the blocks that it are setting on, and those blocks are directly behind your piston. So, what we'll do is we'll come in one row from there. This is where we'll plant our sugarcane or bamboo. Alright, now stand here in front. You always stand in front of how you want your piston placing, so as if it's going to push you away. So 5 pistons there. Do our blocks again. 5 pistons here. Now, we're going to fill this in as we go. Now right here, you can fill in this bottom part at the very ground level, or if you want to be cheap and just fill it here, you can. It doesn't matter. I like to keep all my spaces filled so that as mobs are not able to spawn, even though it would be a very unlikely spawn there, but it is enough room for things like a baby zombie to actually spawn there. Let's clear this up. Bedrock doesn't automatically start there, so slab. There we go. Alright, get that noise out of here. Alright, so now dealing with our dealing with our observers, they are the opposite of your pistons. You want to be standing behind them, and sometimes they can be a bit of a pain to place, but you want to make sure in this situation that this red spot on it is facing out, and what looks like the face of it is facing that way. So when we place that, we want to place this right here in the center. Right here in the center like this. And this will power all the pistons around it. Typically, if I was doing this, I could go 5 out this way and 5 out that way, and one of them would power about 11 pistons total before the signal broke down. I'll do a redstone guide as well later to better explain some of the redstone workings, but for these farms right here, the redstone is very simple. So we'll place our other one over here. Yep, there we go. And we'll put our redstone right there behind every piston, all connected. Make sure there's never any breaks in your redstone, or else this piston and this piston won't be fired. A solid line. Right here, we do not need it, because this one is going to handle this set of pistons, and this one's going to handle this set of pistons. If you want it, you can do this, and that way, if this one triggered, it would travel down and probably trigger this one or possibly this one. But it won't be able to trigger them all, because there would have to be a repeater and a loop here, which are like things I would explain later. So for now, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to fill that in. Alright. So now our wiring system basically is done. You can check it by placing a block in front of it, and every time that block in front of it changes its placement, if there's nothing there and there's something there, it will fire. If there's something there and then you take it away, it's going to fire. Alright, so now we'll close off our redstone area. Alright, now we are down to the basics left to do. And as I said about the shroom lights, this is optional. If you wanted to, you could come in here and make sure you are not over top of this block, one block out where our water trench is going to be. And you can put a light, anywhere on this wall. I recommend doing it because at night the growth will slow down. So if you have light in there, it will actually continue to grow through the night time cycle just like it is day all the time. It makes your rates a lot better. So make sure to put some kind of light in there. Alright, then we need to go ahead and get our storage collection in. So what we're going to do is all this is optional, but I like to fill everything in and make it look nice and neat. But if you guys want to leave this area just dirt, it doesn't matter. You just make sure that this trench right here is completely closed off, or else you'll lose your items. They won't make it out. Alright. Alright, we're going to set our chest in here like this. Let's see. Leaving one space out. Then we will take our hopper. And you'll have to crouch while placing this hopper, or else it'll just gonna open the chest. So crouch, make sure you're looking in the direction you want the hopper. If you're not sure, throw something in there and it should be in the chest. If it's not in the chest, your hopper's not placed correctly. So always make sure you're crouched and you are pointing at the direction you want your hopper to go. Alright, so now we will take our water, put that in here. And then we will plant either our sugar or our bamboo. There's our sugar cane, and then we'll just repeat the same process over here. Whoop. Now, that don't matter. Like I said, that is also another option to make it look even nicer, but it's not even going to be very noticeable at all. I have to forgive me with the switching back and forth oddly, because the way my recording is I can't see my hotbar. Scrolling through it blindly. Alright. Got our water. Oop. Yep, see, and this is where our stair will come in. You will make sure you place your stair at the top corner on the backhand side, so that the stair looks like this. That way you can still open your chest. Then we're also going to put a stair. You want to point on the bottom of the first block so that it sets it like a regular stair. And then now we can easily get up and down to our chest right there, and the water's blocked off. Do the same thing. You can do it on this block, or you can do it on this block. This block just makes it easier to make sure that you're lined up in the top backhand corner, and that'll place the stair upside down facing the way we want it. And there we go. Now, pretty much just time to finish closing everything in. Make sure you have your bamboo and everything in place. And we're going to put our glass in so we can see what's going on. If you don't have any glass, as long as you know your farm's working correctly, it doesn't matter if there's any glass at all. But the extra daylight does help get in there. If you're only using a torch or two, depends on what your resources are. And then from this point, honestly, you have a fully functioning farm. You don't need to even close in this roof if you didn't want to. Now, I always do because I just like the look of things nice and neat. And this area doesn't have to be open if you don't want to see the redstone itself happening. And that is what the completed farm will look like. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope it helped a lot if you didn't have a clue how to make one, or if you just needed a refreshing on it. But this is on the SMP crossplay. This will work on Dadarchy. As some of the guys here have seen, crossing over, Bedrock players are used to being able to build sugarcane farms where you can bone meal. And the Java edition, unfortunately, we can't bone meal. So sugarcane doesn't bone meal. Not exactly sure if the bamboo does or not. I'd have to test that. Matter of fact. For any of you guys that don't know, I'll make sure. Okay, you can still do bamboo ones. That's nice to know myself. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Um, Once again, anybody who's watching, if you're a father and you're looking for anybody to play, even if it isn't just Minecraft, we're hoping to grow into a much bigger Discord where we are multiple games, covered all under Dadarchy that for all kinds of different things. So come check us out. Great group of guys. All of us real good friends. Great community. Couldn't ask for better. Till next time.